y'all, we back on Ask Lies and Cat.
She whispered, I'm nervous.
I know, it is never easy to get a camera. It's okay, I do have a moments.
Go real, I ride and dick, it's a big old hill, dick that tail, big blood real, front out flip like that car real, hold that tail, give raw kill, send it for looks till my lips go kill, I get them in the mouth.
Hey y'all, we back on Ask Lies and it's your girl Lies and Cut. What it do, boo? 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 What it do, boo?
We're supposed to start dancing.
You don't have to do it, it's fine. So I'm here today with two special, lovely, strong, independent Hispanic women, and these are my lovely cousins. This is
Oh, hi, I'm Gabby.
and you can tell them your Instagram so that if they want to follow you, you know.
Okay, it's at Gabriella_Janae.
It'll be in the bottom too.
Oh, I got nervous.
Who are you?
I'm a little breezy. My
What's your
Instagram
Instagram?
is OX_BRIAMMA.
It'll be at the bottom if y'all didn't catch all that. So today, I'm just gonna chit chat with my cousins and we're just gonna talk for y'all, you know, have a little get together. If y'all like content with them, please, I probably will be having them a lot on my channel, so get familiar with them. Go support them on Instagram. And yeah, we're just gonna get into it. So, we're gonna talk about high school. How was high school for you guys? Now, listen. We've all watched High School Musical. It was not like that.
I wish.
Far from it.
It wasn't.
Far. Like, High School Musical was there and I was here.
Yeah, 100%. Not good at all. Like,
So, when you was a freshman, was you, like, nervous?
first of all, when I was a freshman, my mom made me wear these like black shoes like you wear to church, like those fancy black shoes with like the skirt, and, like the knee-high socks, and like the button-up. I looked crazy. I was the only one that had the ugly black shoes on. Never again wore those shoes.
Oh my God.
Never
That
again.
I can agree with. When I went to high school, I dressed up in like the skirt and the high socks and like the I call them like the witch shoes. They got little points at the tip.
Yeah, ugly.
Ugly, bad. I looked ugly. But you know what? I would say when I was a freshman, I was terrified because they always told us about freshman Fridays.
Yes.
When I went to school, there was such thing called freshman Fridays. If y'all not from the neighborhood or y'all from somewhere else where they don't have freshman Fridays, I can explain it. So freshman Fridays is where they pretty much jump freshmen on Fridays.
And when
And
they jump you guys as like little girls.
You never know.
you never know. It could have been girls jumping us.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't have to be guys jumping girls. It could have been girls jumping girls. But the point was that you just jump a freshman.
Yeah.
Like, you know, fresh meat. You kind of like haze them in a sort or in a way. Because they just got to your school. So that was scary. But then when I found out, like, it never, like, I don't know if it never happened, but I just never was caught in that situation, or I never found anyone who was in that situation.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, like, I never,
I think
like,
that was like an old school.
yeah, I think that was like a room. I don't know. Was it like a rumor?
No, because when my brother was in high school, I think they used to do that.
Oh,
So I think it's like an old school thing.
okay. Well, a old school thing. Did you have freshman Fridays?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
so. I think there was like talk about it, but
It must have been like a hot
I've never seen it
Me neither.
ever.
Me neither. And it never happened to like my
And I
brother.
hung out with nerds.
Okay.
I'm sorry for all her friends in high school. She didn't mean that.
We're all nerds about something. But mine were just like nerds.
I get it. It's okay. Okay. So what was like your favorite thing to do in high school? Mine was skip class and go to the guidance counselor.
Oh.
Not skip class because I had permission and I was timed for that time, but my guidance counselor was mad fun. Oh, and the nurse, ooh, my favorite two places. Guidance counselor and the nurse. I just like talking to people, like. They were sweet. They were like, you know, like my parents. But like cool parents. Like if I really wanted to do, even though I never did anything bad in high school, they were just like, yeah, it's okay. Like you're in high school. How about that? What was your favorite thing to do in high school?
I honestly don't know. I mean, I had a cosmetology shop class, but like that was a fail. So I don't know.
I'm dead. Why you didn't fail?
Because our teachers, we had one teacher who didn't come, so we had a whole different teacher. Then our teacher got pregnant, and it was just a mess. So we
you didn't really learn anything.
Yeah.
So how did you pass?
I did it. I mean, I passed in high school. Like my grades were good, like the tests and stuff. But I took it. You can get your cosmetology license. That test I failed. And I wasn't about to pay, what was like $60, $70 every time you took the test. I wasn't paying that every time I took the test. So I took it twice and I failed and I was like, yeah, I'm done. I think only one person from that class got their license.
What was so hard about it? Was it anything that you studied?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Felt that. I took graphic design and printing and let me tell you.
I should have did culinary.
I took graphic design too.
Oh.
I got my certifications because
T-shirts.
Yeah.
You used to make buttons.
Yeah, I used to make the buttons.
I used to make the handbooks, the pass books. You remember pass books? You couldn't walk out. I used to make those. I made the yearbook. It was alright. It was fun. I liked it. I like my teacher. That's what made it fun, I think. Not the actual, like, you know?
I don't know.
But what do you think? What was your favorite?
Such a dork. Skipping class and going to orchestra.
No, she was good at the violin though. I give it to Gabby. Gabby was really good at the violin. She used to play the electric violin. I didn't even know there was an electric violin. When I was in elementary school, I used to play the violin. So I know how hard it is to play the strings. People be underestimating, but GDE, all them strings, you gotta memorize.
I played the clarinet.
And that's good too because I was horrible.
Thank you. I was
horrible at the clarinet. My mom hated when I pulled out that little Ziploc bag.
Oh, yeah.
Put it back.
She was like, please put that back. Please put that back.
And I was in chorus in elementary school. How did I get it? No idea. I don't sing. Or I can't sing. So.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. This is going to be a totally different question. Okay. The one I'm coming up next. Is that all your memories?
Yes.
Okay, do you guys agree with poly?
This has nothing to do with high school at all.
Do you believe in poly relationships? Do you believe someone can love two people at one time? Let's start with that one.
Yes.
Yes?
I'm just not one of those people.
Yeah?
I do. I think poly relationships exist as long as both people are consenting. You can't just have one person.
Hold on. Okay.
You can't just
I'll do it again.
Okay.
Do you believe in no.
Is it polyamorous?
No, yeah, it is. But that's not the question. I said, do you believe that someone can love two people at one time?
Oh, yeah. Just not me. or my boyfriend, because I would kill him.
Okay. Wow.
But I feel like as long as, because, you know, in some Muslim families, the guy's allowed to marry up to 4 wives, I think. And, like, I think it's possible. He loves all of them equally.
Not 4. Maybe like love you, like, hey, I love you, but not like in love.
Maybe.
You believe two people can, you believe one person can love two people at one time?
Maybe like love, like, oh, I love you, but not like in love with somebody.
What do you mean by love? Oh, I love you. Like what's the difference?
I love you guys, but I'm not like in love with you. You know what I'm saying?
You're not in love with them?
No. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel. I feel like it's very complicated because I don't know. I just know from a personal experience of like there's no way to do anything in life when you split yourself thin. Like, when you try to stretch yourself too thin and do something, you can never give your full potential to that certain thing. Like, just like if I had 3 jobs, I can never progress in all 3 jobs because I'm stretching myself super thin. So I just feel like that's the same thing as love. Even though love and a job isn't the same thing, I understand that. But it's like, it's the same thing. You still got to put an effort to love someone. There's no way. I have to learn all you 3 love languages and remember to love you the way you want to be loved. That's true. I just feel like people who love more than one person, yes, I'm not saying it's wrong. I do think someone out there can do it. But for me, like Gabby said, it's just not something I can do because I feel like that's stretching myself too thin. I know what I'm capable of and how much love I can, you know, potentially give someone. And I want to give somebody the world if I'm in love with you. So I don't want to give 3 people the world. That's just too much pressure. You know what I'm saying?
I don't like that.
I'm dead.
So sweet.
So like,
In the world.
I don't think that's possible. But some people, I've seen people do it, and I give props to y'all because that takes a lot of effort. A lot of people do it like, you gotta buy 2 Christmas gifts, like, 2 birthday gifts.
Double everything.
That's the thing for me. I can't buy 2 everything.
And that's only if you have 2, but they can have however many they want. Like you said, 4.
No. I'm good with 1. That's it.
That's so many.
Just 1.
Okay, what would you advise to always remember before you get into a relationship? Like, what would you tell somebody to always remember before they get into a relationship? And what I mean by that, let me explain my answer. I would tell them to always remember self-care. I feel like people, when you get into a relationship, you become so overwhelmed with that person. You want to spend time with them 24/7. You want to go out to eat and do stuff. And sometimes you forget to love yourself or just be with your friends. Or like Brianna likes to paint. So sometimes she don't paint as often because she wears her significant other. I'm not saying that in that reference, but I'm just saying, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you forget to do the things that cater to your self-love. And I had to learn that. My personal experience, like, I had to learn that, you know, I had to self-care for myself when I was always putting somebody else in front of me when I was in a relationship. Well, I am, but, like, talk about the old one. And if we're going at them. And so I just felt like that was really important, like, to have self-care for myself. So I try to really, really retain that in, you know, further relationships. Like, always remember Liza comes first. Always remember that. So,
period.
Always remember you come first.
Always.
What would you say?
I think one of the most important things that people don't understand in relationships is, like, people say, like, oh, communication is the key, but communication and comprehension is the key. Because if you can communicate all you want, but if they're not understanding what you're saying,
it's just running through
you're just going to keep fighting over the
same thing over and over because it don't get through their head.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I agree. I think that's something that a lot of people don't understand. Like, people, there's been times where I just listen to people and I don't really understand what you're saying. And I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I don't understand. But there's times when I listen to people and I'm like, dang, I really got that. Like, I felt that. And when you feel that, you understand. You're like, oh, okay. You may not understand to their view and point of view because you're not them, you know. Everybody can't feel the way you feel, but you can at least try to understand. How about you, Brianna? What would you tell somebody to remember before they get into a relationship?
Trust, I would say.
Ooh, that's a shaky one for me.
Yeah, no, me too.
Ooh.
I have trust issues too.
Yes, me too.
But I'm working on it, you know. Like, okay, you can go with your boys. But I'm trying to just, you know, be free. Not be free, but, you know, have trust in him. That's a big thing.
Yeah, so, I would agree with that too. Like, and you also have to have, like she said, like, before you get into a relationship, trust is important, that you trust the person even as a friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can't trust him as a friend, you can't trust him as a boyfriend. Or just like, you know, with your cousins. If I can't trust my cousins to take care of my child, I would never let them take care of my child. And that's just point blank period. I don't have a child, but I'm just saying.
It's time to stop. It's time to stop, okay? No more. Where the fuck are your parents? Who are your parents?
Tell me something like that.
No. Cancel. Sorry. But yeah, I get that. I get the trust. That was a good one.
Yeah,
and that's so hard. That's so hard. Like, because once somebody mess up your trust, you don't want to trust nobody. Cause
literally.
you're not trying to be a fool twice, okay?
Literally.
So I get that. I agree with that one. I got any questions? Okay.
I'm gonna go get the White Claw.
Oh.
Say no.
Okay. My next question would be, what would you tell somebody? Is it good?
Yes, I've never tried this before.
Can I try it?
Yeah.
I don't like it. White Claws are disgusting to me.
You are disgusting.
I taste the mango though, and that's not that bad. That's not that bad.
White Claw.
We're all 21 here. We're all over 21. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
Guess our age.
You would never get it.
Never.
You would never get it. But anyway, the next question is, how would you introduce how would you introduce sexual endeavors with your partner if you feel like they feel uncomfortable?
Oh. Okay, that was deep.
Yeah.
Okay.
For me, I'll start because I like to give examples so y'all can think. Something about the question has been in my head. For me, I always like to make people feel comfortable. A lot of the times people don't talk about sex. Like, people don't talk about sex until you get to college. One thing that I learned about college is they emphasize on safe sex. They emphasize on learning about sex, different sexual diseases. So when I was in college, I learned a lot about sex, not from just like hearing it or my peers, but like actual programs at our school would talk about sex all the time. And it's because in college, if you don't know, sex is always going on. Just what it is, okay? So when I started to learn about how you can get more comfortable with introducing other people to sex, like even, you know, back in the day, I know my mom told me my grandmother didn't like to talk about sex with the kids because that's just something you didn't do back in the day. Like, you would learn that on your own. You wouldn't talk about it with your parents. So when my mom talked to me about it, it started to get, you know, kind of, you feel weird, you feel nervous. You're like, oh, why would you talk about this with your parents? But it's really important to educate yourself about sex because you're going to go to a point where you either have it or you're not going to have it. But at least you're educated about it. A lot of people fear knowledge, but knowledge is what makes us successful in whatever we do. You know, so you gotta see her face. So, for me, I would just tell somebody that, I would explain a lot of things. Like, I would tell them to ask any stupid question you have. I feel like a lot of people fear with sex. Oh, my question is dumb. Oh, my question is something that a lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know that women have discharge on their underwear. So they make dumb memes and they be like, oh, what's that? What's that? When y'all don't know, women have discharge. And that's a very common thing, but you don't know because you don't know about sex, or you don't have the knowledge of woman anatomy. So like, I would just tell people my first step into making someone comfortable about doing something that they may be nervous is, ask me any stupid question you want. And if I don't know the answer, let's find out the answer together. You know, that would be my first step.
Period.
Okay, what would you do to make somebody feel comfortable?
Gabby.
Well,
I'm dead.
well, honestly, I'm usually the one that feels uncomfortable.
And that's a lot. Hold on, pause. That's a lot to admit. I want to just give it up to Gabriella because it's important to admit if you're on one of the sides, and that's a lot to admit. So,
Yeah, I'm the one that feels uncomfortable because I'm like a little prude.
Little peanut.
a little caked in shell, a little clam with a pearl
That's
inside.
me, a little clam. So like I don't know if it was the way I was raised, I don't know, but like, you know, Puerto Rican, I'm a girl, I'm not supposed to have sex.
Period.
That is very good. That is something to pick up as well.
Right.
Yeah.
So I never really like, and you know, like boys, they could just do whatever they want. So like I don't know. I'm the one that feels
Stereotype.
uncomfortable. Yeah. So like I don't really know like how to make someone else feel uncomfortable when I'm the one that feels uncomfortable
so
in
how-
the first place.
What would you like for somebody else to do for you if you had that opportunity to like ask them anything?
I guess like, well, for one, reassurance.
Okay, that's the one.
Yeah, that's good.
Because if
That's
I
good.
feel like you're gonna like laugh at me for something, like I would like to know that you're not gonna laugh at me,
Right.
and like just to like make me feel relaxed and like comfortable and like you're
I like
not
that. I like that.
nervous.
Reassurance is very important with anything you do. I feel like, you know, when you tell people like to hear stuff over and over because they can never say, oh, I've never heard you say that. But if you say it, if you tell them, okay, you asked me this question and I'm not going to judge you, I'm not going to laugh at you, I'm going to make sure you're okay, I'm going to make sure you're safe, it makes that person feel comfortable at home to say what they please and how they really feel. So y'all can see on the other side of the spectrum of the question how Gabby feels. She is the person asking the questions, and so one thing y'all can do is just reassure the person that they're like, you're not doing anything dumb, you're not doing anything wild, you know? I'm gonna be here for you no matter what. I think that's a good one.
Dang, that was a good one. How am I
Okay.
supposed to top that?
Well, what side of the spectrum are you on? Are you on the uncomfortable person, or are you the person trying to make that person feel comfortable?
No.
I'm not uncomfortable.
Okay, so you're the person. So what would you do to make somebody feel comfortable coming up to you and asking you, like, how can I be better? Or
Be better.
not be better, but like, how can I open up about
Look up some videos.
look at some dance?
Don't have to tell you, sis.
Hey, yo. How would you allow a boy to be comfortable? Like, Brianna, I'm not really sure how to do
Like,
everything.
listen, baby, I'm here for you, baby. Like, I'll make you feel comfortable, baby.
Period! Period! Okay, baby!
Baby, I got you. You're with me, baby.
Reassurance.
That's
So,
so nice.
it's pretty much the same.
Where do you feel comfortable?
I feel so comfortable. I was leave. I had to go.
Yo.
Oh no, baby.
No, baby. Okay.
Why was I thinking
Oh, that's fine.
Donnie's here.
Okay, and this will be our end closing question. That'll be it today. We'll come back with more. We'll come back with dares. They're gonna be on my channel, so don't worry. Thank you for watching Ask Lies. Please like, comment, share for more videos and more content. Thank you for my special guests, Gabby and Brianna, for being on the show. And we'll be back with more videos.
Bye. You did